apologize, video cut out. Continuing the discussion, we left off on quarterback overhead med ball throws. Just a quick synopsis. Lying on an inclined bench, ball's dropped. They can hold it to stabilize it with arms locked. You do that for a couple weeks, days. Strengthen the actual ligaments, tendons, muscles involved, and stabilizing the shoulder as they drop it. You can go extensive throw, and then eventually you'll progress to explosive throws, working extensive to intensive in the scheme of things. Rotational throws, self-explanatory. Snap your hips through. We actually did these, we've done these for the past couple of weeks in an extensive manner, just extensively rotating the hips, catching the ball nice and easy. Transition to explosive throws this week where they are dropping their hips and snapping their hips through as hard as they can and throwing a med ball of varying weight, 6, 8, 10 pounds, 12. Very explosive in the hips and the torso, obliques, things like that. Really focusing on snapping it off. Translate to certain positions, yes. Translate to others, no. But again, that goes back to the general exercises and keeping those all involved no matter what the position is. X-band walks, great for the glute medius. Take a band, put it in an X, put it around your ankles, extend the leg out, and then slide forward. Similar to a 3-step drop, 5-step drop, this goes back to activating the muscle groups that positively translate to the execution of the main movement of whatever the competition is and what position they play. Lastly, offensive tackle. Grip work, dumbbell pinch holds, just holding them for 20-30 seconds. Fingertips only, don't let them hold them at the palms. Bucket of rice, you put your hands, if you've never done this, you should try this, hands in a bucket of rice, and just squeeze as hard and as fast as you can for a certain amount of time. Forearms will be on fire. It's a great transition though to locking your arms out and latching onto that defensive lineman / linebacker once you transition to the season. Chain bench goes back to the same parameters as a linebacker. We want that nice and explosive, not slow. Translation or activation of the muscle groups involved should be obvious. You know, exploding in the upper body. Pass set, the lineman comes at me, engage. I want to punch it and apply as much force as I can. Gripping on at the same time. So you see that those two could combo together. Jump push-ups. Exploding off the ground, pushing yourself away from the ground as hard as possible in an explosive manner. And then med ball drops, you're lying down on a bench with a partner overhead holding a 6, 8, 10, 12 pound bar. Arms are extended. You can do various different things with them. You can have their arms locked, have the person drop it as high as they can. They catch it to work on the stiffness of the elbow joint. You can get the explosive component where they catch it, drop down, and then explode back up and throw the ball as vertical as they can. Again, the translation should be obvious as far as how does that help an offensive lineman. You should be able to see if you just break down film and see the movements of top-level offensive linemen. I'm going to talk about high school players. Top level. Here's the thing as far as developing exercises, classifications, things like that. If you look at whatever sport you coach and you find the top 10 best players in that position, sport, etc. What are the 10 commonalities that they all share? What 10 traits in movement and skill do they exhibit? Well, once you identify those, you can work back to how to develop those from a general, specific prep, specific developmental. Boom, we're back to the competition exercise. Now, obviously, we're not going to, at the high school level, we're not going to develop NFL talent going into their senior year. All we're trying to do is get that beginner to intermediate to advanced. And I'm not talking about from a weightlifting perspective. So I'm not talking about strength, because from a weightlifting perspective, none of us are going to be involved with elite advanced strength guys. You know, everybody's in awe of like guy weighing 275, you know, benching whatever 455. All right, that's fantastic. Stick him on a platform in the powerlifting community, he's getting destroyed. Those guys bench 600 plus. So you understand what I'm saying. So that's the offensive tackle. Lastly, when you look at it all, you just try to understand that the components of general exercise are always there in some fashion. General overall development, overall fitness. Specialized prep deserves a specific block of time. Specialized development deserves a specific block of time, all before we transition to the actual competition calendar, season, whatever you want to call it. Any questions in relation to anything we've talked about the last 3 weeks? Joshua.Jacobson@BakerK12.org. Love to talk about anything, sports, whatever. And then next week we will finalize this discussion with specialized developmental exercises in relation to the competition exercise. And then we will probably start a conversation on vertical integration and how to arrange that on a yearly basis and break it down monthly, weekly, daily for your athletes. Thank you for your time. Have a great weekend.